welcome, seriously welcome to a John Legg fragrance review. You know what, I always say this, but I seriously mean it. I appreciate every single thumbs up, every single subscription and every single comment. I just appreciate the whole lot, because for me this is a hobby. This is fun, and I really love the way you've come to this channel, and you're going to hopefully listen to a video about me telling you about a fragrance which is amazing, and this one seriously is. Right. In 2004, a star was born. Okay, a celebrity shot to fame. It was almost an overnight thing. And you know, when these celebrities, they've perhaps been in a big sort of blockbuster film, and then suddenly they are the ones that people want in every film. They are on the cover of every magazine, they're on the red carpet, they're on the chat shows. You know, that celebrity rises to fame and fortune. And you know what? Fair play to them. They get to the top of their game. But you know what? What often happens with these celebrities is, as time goes on, as they perhaps get a little bit older and they're no longer in the limelight, a lot of these celebrities tend to struggle. And we know they go down very often a slippery slope. They turn to life-altering things like drugs and alcohol, and they go down and down and down to the point where eventually they have to book themselves into rehab. Very often in rehab, that celebrity is very carefully dealt with. The professionals in there will sort of talk to them and say, look, you know, you've got to reinvent yourself. You've got to get back to where you were. You've got to sort of overcome your fears, and you've got to get out there and do what you were doing before. Very often these celebrities have still got a very loyal fan base. You know, people who once upon a time they were sort of stood around the red carpet screaming and wanting pictures of this celebrity. They are still loyal to that celebrity, and they've watched that celebrity go down that slippery slope into rehab. Sometimes these celebrities, they come out and yes, they've sort of been down that terrible line. Rehab turns them round, and they come out and they're stronger and they're better, and they haven't necessarily got to do anything incredible. They've just got to be what they were many years before, and their loyal fan base will pick up on them and they will completely follow them. And you have to forgive me and my weird, distorted sense of humour and imagination, but that is exactly what's happened to ARMANI Code. In 2004, ARMANI Code was launched, and I remember it well. I actually went to Boots on my way home from work, and I went into the shop, and I think it was probably about a month old, ARMANI Code. I went up to the fragrance counter, and sure enough, there was a bottle, the original black one of the Eau de Toilette, and I got this tester. I sprayed it on my arm. I was like, you know, quite often I'll do that, and then I'll say to myself, Leggy, just walk around the shop, see if you like it. You know, I remember just turning to the assistant and saying, yes please, I'd like a bottle of that. Okay, for me it was love at first sniff. It was pure elegance. It was beautiful, it was creamy, it was citrusy, it was florally, it was leathery, it was slightly woody, it was spicy. You know what? There wasn't for me any particular standout note. And you're going to go, is that any good? Right. For me, it was a seamless blend. It was just one beautiful, beautiful smell. A little bit like Chanel Allure. You know what? There isn't a particular standout note in Chanel Allure. It's just a beautiful craftsman's blend. And this ARMANI Code wowed me to the point where I say I just bought a bottle there and then. And I remember, you know, probably for 6 months just wearing it solid. And its performance was amazing back in the day. The smell was beautiful. Males love it, females love it. Everyone, you know what, everyone who smelt it just went, wow. They just completely loved Armani Code. And for me, I suppose realistically, if I was a perfumer and if I was going to mix a fragrance, it would probably be something very much like Armani Code. Yes, you've got your citrus, you've got your spices, you've got a little bit of floral, you've got a little bit of woods, and a tiny little bit of leather at the bottom, just keeping it ultra sweet, but very, very masculine. And you know what? Over the years, I probably had 2 bottles. I blasted my way through 2 bottles, but time wasn't kind. The years were not kind to Armani Code because it became weaker and weaker. Reformulation killed it over the years to the point where I don't actually have a bottle in my collection because I love the smell, but I'm frustrated with its current performance. However, Armani Code recently went into rehab. It's gone down that terrible slippery slope of the celebrity fragrance, if you like, and it's gone to rehab. And whilst it was in rehab, they said, look, you haven't got to do anything incredible. You've just got to be what you were before, what you were in 2004, because you've got a loyal fan base. They will pick up as soon as you come out of rehab. And if you have sort of reinvented yourself to the point where you were what you were before, that loyal fan base will purchase your product. And you know what? Because I was cautious, I didn't just go out and buy a bottle. I ordered a sample. Okay, and here it is. So it's now called Armani Code EDP or Eau de Parfum. Okay, it's supposed to be an 8 ml sample. I have to be honest, it looks like it's way more than 8 ml. It's a very generous sample, and it's from Scent Addict. So I sprayed it. Do you know what? In my nose, this is about 95% the same as it was in 2004. Rehab has done Armani Code wonders. It's come out and it's sort of reinvented itself. And where it differs in that sort of 5%, it's where it's slightly more mature. Okay, it's a lot older than it was. 2004 it was born. So we are many, many, many years down the line now. And we're looking at the Eau de Parfum, that's the new one. And it's pretty much the same as the original, but where it differs slightly is it's slightly more mature, just like a celebrity that's been through rehab, got years and years of experience now, and they come out and they're back in the limelight because they've reinvented themselves. And I hope you don't mind me waffling on about Armani Code, but that is exactly how I see this. For me, yeah, it's put Armani Code back on the map. It's put a massive smile on my face because over the years I was like, sometimes if I was in Boots or something, I'd do a spray of the tester and I was like, yeah, I love the smell, but by the time I got out the shop, it was gone. This stuff, let me tell you, when this sample came through, I was doing some work in the garden, so I sprayed it on my arm and I sprayed it on my neck sort of area, and I was working. I was moving some heavy stuff. It was quite a breezy day, a little bit of sunshine. I was obviously a little bit hot and sweaty in my scruffy clothes. I was scrubbing around in the garden, and you know what? For about 6 hours, maybe 7, I constantly got beautiful, beautiful whiffs of this as I was moving around. Now, unfortunately, there was no one else there to smell it, so I couldn't ask them if they could smell it. But trust me, I always think if you can smell it on you, then other people can most likely smell it on you. I don't know how big the sort of scent bubble is on this one, but it wowed me because I was like, oh man, this is back to 2004. I can smell it and I can smell it and I can smell it all day long. About 7 hours, I think I was getting smells of this. And the good thing about Scent Addict, it cost me, I think it's about £12 for this sample. If I want a a full-size bottle, which I think the new bottle is either 110 or 125 ml for the big bottle. They actually refund you the £12 off the full-size bottle. So guess what Leggy is going to go and do? He's going to go and purchase a full-size bottle. Because, all right, so you've got ARMANI Code Profumo, you've got ARMANI Code Absolute, you've got ARMANI Code Absolute Gold, and there's a few other which I haven't got in my collection. But out of those, Profumo's the sort of in-your-face strong one, the leather's turned up. Absolute is that beautifully sweet one, still masculine but very, very sweet. And Absolute Gold wows me because it's got the Dior in hum iris note and the sort of saffron note from Baccarat Rouge 540. You know what? ARMANI Code Gold Absolute is just beautiful. But you know what? There's absolutely nothing wrong with the original code except its performance, and the EDP puts it all straight again. So this is beautiful. Trust me, if you go and spend your £65, £70 on a full-size bottle, because it's worth a full-size bottle, you will not be sending me a comment saying, it doesn't work, I didn't like it, it doesn't perform, because it really, really does. Certainly on my skin, I'm getting good performance, and the scent is just back to where it should be in 2004. Now, I've gone a little bit over those 10 minutes, and if you stayed with me for the whole of this video, I absolutely respect you. Hopefully you'll send me a comment and say, Leggy, I love ARMANI Code just as much as you, and I'm going to go out and buy the Eau de Parfum because it performs like it should. So thank you ever so much for watching this video. Thank you ever so much for coming to this channel. A cheeky thumbs up would be awesome, a subscription would be fabulous, and I'd like you to stay safe. Spray fragrance every day because that will keep a smile on your face. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.